Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been a while, but I think I also said that last time. But today I thought I would share with you a burgundy eye makeup look. I recently wore this when I went to the Jingle Bell Ball and I had so many messages on my Instagram about how I did it, the products I used, that I thought I would share it on here. So I'm going to kick off by starting with eyes. And first of all, I'm obviously going to remove all my makeup. Okay, so as mentioned, I'm going to start with a clean face. So I have got no makeup on whatsoever. All I've prepped it with so far is the Sisley Instant Glow Primer. I've just kind of patted that on. I always pat primer in. And then I don't actually think I'm going to do foundation. I think I'm actually going to do my eyes first. So as I said, starting with this whole look is Burgundy Eye. So I'm actually going to start with a cream. I always prefer to start with a cream shadow before I go in with powders. I'm not going to use a primer, an eye primer I mean. I'm actually going to start with a cheek and lip tint, which is the perfect burgundy colour. And I'm going to use a flat brush for this. And I'm just going to put it all over my eyelid. I'm also going to run this underneath my lash line. But basically the colour we want to achieve is the colour in my dress. So I'm packing the colour on with a flat brush, which is what you should always do really with any eyeshadow to get the best pigment. And then I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush. So by fluffy I mean one like this. But yeah, I'm just blending out the edges so that there's no hard edges to this. Now if you're not really precise with your shadow, you can put some masking tape from the end of your lash line diagonally up and it will just keep the shape quite precise. I'm gonna have a go without any tape. So as you can see already, just blending that out has softened it a lot already. I am then going to go in with my shadows. Now I'm going to use a combination of two palettes for the rest of this eye look. First one is one by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Vintage Vamp palette. It has 4 shadows in that look like that. And I'm only going to be using these 2 burgundy colours. So again, I'm going to pack the colour on with the flat brush. And I'm going to pat it all over my lid. And also running that underneath my lash line again. And then again blending with a fluffy brush. And so when you're blending, you just want to get rid of all the edges. You don't really want to see where the eyeshadow ends. It just you want it to appear kind of seamlessly just blending away. So that is the base colour done really. I kind of want this sort of warm pinky mauve to stay, but I do want to darken the edges. So for this, I'm going to use this Laura Mercier palette. Now it's got no writing on it whatsoever, so I don't know what palette it is. I'm going to find out and link it below. But with this palette, I am just going to be using these 2 purple shades, and that's it. And I'm really going to be using a mix of the 2 to make it quite dark on the edges of the eyes. I'm going to use one of these sort of brushes. Now I think this isn't MAC, but this is a MAC, like a MAC 212 brush, I believe. And I'm just going to use this on the outer corners. And kind of like sort of circling and blending upwards. Okay, and then lastly on the eyes, once you've kind of gone as dark as you want to on the outer edges, do just go back in with the fluffier brush and again just blend all that. And then lastly, like I said, I am going to go in with a cream shadow. Now this is one of the new metallics from Estee Lauder. Again, it doesn't have any branding on right now because it's very, very new. But it looks like this. It's very sparkly. I've not used this yet, so this could all go very, very wrong. But I'm just going to put this on the outer edges. It's more purple than burgundy, this one, so I just want it to be where I want it to be quite dark. I'm going to use another fluffy brush for this. The problem with cream shadows is that they do set the minute you put them on, and they need to be blended really quickly. How's it looking, Max?
Great.
Scary? No comment.
I'm trying to imagine the end result.
Okay, you're gonna love it. Okay, so once you've done the shadow, I'm then gonna move on to doing eyeliner. Now for this, I am using the Victoria Beckham for Estee Lauder, and this is the Eye Ink in matte. It is black. And I'm just gonna do, I don't really want a big flick for this look, so I am just gonna follow the lash line along and flick it out very slightly. But this is more to just make the lashes appear fuller than actually a really, really visible eyeliner. So yeah, I'm literally just following the lash line down, slightly flicking this out and filling it in, and that's it. Obviously, you always do one slightly thicker than the other, so I'm going to thicken this one up. Now what you can do if this is, you know, a particularly dramatic evening look, you can make this a lot more dramatic by adding eyeliner to the top lash line. You can also just fill in over the liquid, and you can also then add this to the bottom lash line, which just gives it a lot more of a sort of dressy evening look. So eyeliner done, I am going to use the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Now this one, I actually went to the launch event of It Cosmetics in the UK, and the founder said that with this mascara, you actually want to start with the top lashes, and you want to almost kind of roll it down. So it's quite a tricky one to get to grips with, and it can get quite clumpy if you don't comb out like it's just done for me. So yeah, and then on the other eye, again, just rolling it down, trying not to get too much product on the eye, on the lash, sorry, and then going up on the other side, more in a zigzag motion on the underside. And this really does give serious volume to lashes. Okay, so once you've done your eyes, I'm then going to do my brows. And once I've done my face makeup, I will generally go back in and just touch up any colour that doesn't look quite right. Now for brows, I'm using another Sisley product because I love them. This is the Phyto Sourcil. I don't know if my French accent's right there. And it's one of the double-ended things. I'm not too sure what colour this is, but I will find out. And with this, you kind of just brush your brows up and then go in with a pencil. And I have had my brows microbladed, so I don't really use a lot of pencil. It's more in the start of the brow here, and then towards the end that I use it. Okay, so I'm now going to go in with foundation. Now for foundation today, I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and this is shade 3W1.5, and the name's Fawn. Now this is quite a thick foundation, but I would never wear this sort of eye makeup in the day. I would only wear it at night. So I'm not going to use loads of this because I don't like a really, really full coverage. And I'm going to use my one of these pencil brushes, kind of toothbrush brushes, and this is by Ava. And I'm just putting a little bit of this onto the brush and then kind of almost massaging it into my face. And I'm not going right up to my bottom lashes because I'm going to go in with concealer. You can just speed all of, whenever I'm not talking, speed it right up.
You do what you do. Get bored.
Yes.
Walking around with mascara.
Okay, so foundation done. I'm going to go in with under eye concealer. This is the By Terry Touche Velouté, and this is shade 2, which is cream. And this is quite a glowing under eye concealer. So I'm just going to put this directly under in kind of a sort of triangle slash U shape. And then blend this with a brush. And then I'm going to go in with a bit of contouring. And for contour, I'm going to use the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate palette. This is Intensity 2, and I'm just going to be using the contour shade for now. I'm going to use a brush that can kind of fit into the contours of your cheeks. And I'm sucking my cheeks in because I have very round cheeks. So I kind of need to find out where the shadow would be if I had cheekbones. And I also just shade up into my hairline as well. So that's just given a little bit of definition to my cheek there. You can also run what's left of your brush along your jawline. And you can soften that slightly with your foundation brush if it's a little bit much anywhere. And then whenever I use any sort of creams, I always like to set them with a powder. So I'm going to go over the cream contour with a powder contour. Now this is the Charlotte Tilbury palette. This is her Film Style Bronze and Glow. And I'm just going to use the bronze colour. And I'm going to use this, I'm going to do this with a Bare Minerals Seamless Shaping and Finish brush. And I don't want a lot because I'm going to start to look muddy if I use a lot of this. And always tap off any extra on your brush. And I'm just kind of following where my contour would be if I had chiseled cheeks. And again, along the jawline. So for highlight, I'm using the MAC Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish, which looks like this. And I'm just going to be doing this on the very tops of my cheekbones. I'm going to use the Anastasia A23 brush for highlight. And just literally on the very top of the cheekbones. And I'm going to do it also down the center of the nose, and the same on the other side. And then I'm just going to go in and finish by doing it also on my brow line. So I'm just going to do it right underneath the brow. I also like to do a little bit just in the corner of my eyes, and also on the Cupid's bow. And then to finish off, it's just going to be lipstick. Now, just to keep, I like a kind of uniformed look. So I'm actually going to use the cheek and lip tint that I used on my eyes, on my lips, and a little bit on my cheeks as well. And I'm actually just going to do this with my finger because I want it to be more of a stain than a sort of really precise lipstick. So I'm kind of just going to push it in. What's left of the colour on my finger, I'm just going to put on my cheeks. Okay, so that is the end of my Burgundy Eye tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it. I will list below all the products I used, including everything on my face. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos.